Thank you, Mr. President. I join others in thanking Special Envoy and Director OCHA for their briefings. I will focus my remarks on the political process, terrorism, and humanitarian situation. Mr. President, the stalemate in the political process has become unsustainable, as evident from Special Envoy's briefing. There has been hardly any progress in the recent times, particularly regarding the Constitutional Committee. Since its last meeting in Geneva in June, the small body of the Constitutional Committee has not met, and there is no clarity on the way forward. It has been 3 years since the establishment of the committee. It was expected to build trust, confidence among all three sides through its collaborative action. However, that has not been the case so far. In this regard, we have noted the efforts made by Special Envoy, including his recent meetings in Damascus. We continue to support his step-for-step approach and call on all sides to engage with Special Envoy in a constructive manner. India has been consistent in calling for support to the regional efforts in finding a long-term solution to the conflict. The improvement of Syria's relations and engagement with its Arab neighbors is a positive development. We hope the upcoming Arab League meeting in Algiers and deliberations thereby will contribute to UN-facilitated political process. Mr. President, the threat of terrorism in Syria and region cannot be ignored. The sanctioned terror outfits such as ISIL and Hayat Tahrir al-Sham have remained active in Syria, as is evident from attacks across Deir al-Zawar, Asaka, eastern rural Homs, and Hama. The Al-Aqsa prison attack incident of January this year was another such instance. The global fight against terrorism cannot and should not be compromised for narrow political gains. The international community should also display a zero-tolerance approach towards terrorism. On security front, we remain concerned with the overall situation in Syria. There is an urgent need for serious attempts towards comprehensive nationwide ceasefire. As mentioned by Secretary General in his latest report, Syria does not need more military operations. We believe that withdrawal of all foreign forces is essential towards realizing this objective. We also reiterate our strong commitment to the sovereignty, independence, unity, and territorial integrity of the Syrian Arab Republic. Mr. President, the humanitarian situation remains a matter of concern. As we heard from OCHA, 14.6 million people need humanitarian assistance, which is a 9% increase from last year. Food insecurity has reached historic highs. The economic situation has become dire, thereby aggravating the situation further. Low funding levels of the Syrian humanitarian response continues to be a cause for concern. We note the importance of humanitarian assistance provided to Syria under UN-mandated mechanism. At the same time, humanitarian assistance cannot be a matter of political expediency. Linking humanitarian and developmental assistance with the progress in the political process will only exacerbate the humanitarian sufferings and should be avoided. The focus should be on early recovery projects and cross-line operations as well. Mr. President, a decisive forward movement on the political track in Syria remains an urgent imperative to alleviate the sufferings of its people. To realize this, all parties, particularly the external players, need to display their commitment in tangible terms to a Syrian-led, Syrian-owned, UN-facilitated political process in line with UN Security Council Resolution 2254. In conclusion, let me underscore India's sustained commitment to extending developmental assistance and human resource development support to Syria. Our continued efforts to the people of Syria in their endeavor for seeking lasting peace and stability remains steadfast and unwavering. I thank you.